Welcome back. This video contains a short summary of things that we have learned in this section, and in the end, we have a short challenge for you guys. So, we started by creating our backend server. For that, we have used the JSON Server npm package. JSON Server allows us to quickly create the backend, so we don't have to write lengthy code for our backend APIs. JSON Server needs a JSON file, so we created that JSON file inside our source folder. In here, this is to do items.json is the file that we are using to run our JSON server. Next, we executed the JSON server run command to start the JSON server on this file. So the JSON server created endpoints for our application. Using the endpoints, we can get these. Using those endpoints, we can get the data from to-dos list, and we can also add new data into to-do list. Next, to interact with our backend JSON server API, we installed Axios. If we go into package.json file, we will see that we have a new package installed here with the name Axios. Axios is used to send HTTP requests. So next, we learn about how to get the data from the backend API using Axios. For that, we have created a file called apihandler.js. Inside the apihandler.js, we have first imported the Axios, and next we have configured our base URL. This URL we are getting from the JSON server. So to get the to-do items, we created a function called getToDoItems, and we are using axios.get, and we are providing the URL on which we want to send the GET request. The response will contain all the response of this request, and response.data will contain the to-do items. So we have consumed this getToDoItems inside our app.js. Here we are using this getToDoItems function. Inside our to-do app component, we have created an async function called getData, and we are invoking this getData from useEffect. UseEffect is a React hook which is used to fetch the data from the backend. Here, the second argument specifies the list of variables that it will look for. So whenever there is any change in specified variables, useEffect will be triggered again. In this case, we are providing an empty array. That's why useEffect will be triggered only once and we'll get the data only once. We also had a look that if we remove this empty array, we will end up in an infinite loop. Next, we also created a function to post the to-do items to the backend API. For that, we are using axios.post, and to post the data to the backend server, we need to provide the URL and the data that we want to post. So we have also imported this post to-do item inside our to-do app. And whenever a new item is created, we post this new item to the backend. So the backend persists this data and is available whenever we get the data again. Next up, we displayed the loading text while data is being fetched from the backend. For that, we created a new state called isLoading. So before fetching the data, we set it is loading to true, and once the data is fetched, we set this is loading to false. And if is loading is true, which means that the data is being fetched from the backend API, we display this text instead of our to-do app. If we go to localhost 3000 where our application is running, we can see all these things in action. So if I reload, for a very short period of time, we see the loading text over here. And once the data is available, that loading text disappears. Next, we are getting this data from the backend API. If we inspect and go to the network tab and reload, we will see that here we'll have this to-do request. And the response of this request is the data that we are getting from our backend API. And this is the data that we are showing on our UI. Similarly, if I add a new item and click submit, It will be added into the backend, and here the new item is added here. If I click reload, all this data is persisted. So the challenge for you guys is that currently if I click this, uh, the status of the to-do item is being changed, but it is not being persisted. So if I change all the items to pending and hit reload, only two items are pending. So the challenge for you guys is that you have to connect this to the backend. So whenever you change the status of the to-do item, it is reflected on the backend. And next time, if we hit reload, we get the new data. For that, you'll have to send a request to the backend on whenever the status of this to-do item changes. So you'll have to send a put request. You'll have to provide the ID of the to-do item and replace the item previously in the JSON file with the new item. Thank you for watching.